What's going on, guys? So I had posted a video recently about why P4P might not be working for your business, especially in the beginning when you're first getting started. There was a few questions about, what can we do about that as managers and owners? Like, how do we get ourselves out of that stage so that our crew members can start making as much money as possible, right? They come to work and they want to work hard, but they want to get rewarded for that, right? If you're able to pay your team members well, they'll help you build a big business. They'll help you build a good business. They're going to take care of your customers. Your customers are going to refer you more people, and you'll grow even faster. It's a repetitive cycle, right? So we want to get ourselves out of that stage where there's not a ton of room to make a whole lot on P4P, and we want to start getting our guys paid really well, really fast. So I have 4 different ways, the 4 ways that I know currently on how to build a business, how to get out of that stage as fast as possible. All 4 of these things can be used to take your business from any level to the next level, as far as I'm aware. But this is mostly applied to the beginning stages and how to get yourself into that area when P4P starts to work the best. So as we work down this list, so the first one is going to be little to no money, and the last one will be the most expensive. So let's get started. Number 1. I'm just calling it premium. Essentially, you're going to provide a premium service. So you are specializing in projects. You're not really focusing on getting reoccurring. You want to land projects where you guys can be on site 8-9 hours out of a 10-hour day, right? There's no drive times. There's a potential to sell this service at a higher man hour, right? So instead of $60 or $70 an hour to the client, you can sell it at $80 to $90 an hour to the client, right? Think things like doing sod, plant installs, different things like that. That's not necessarily what we do at Augusta. We want to stick to the simple services, but you could even do this with leaf cleanups, bush trimming, mulch installs, pine straw install, all kinds of different things, right? You can still keep it pretty basic, but premium, think projects. So you're not actually investing anything into the business necessarily, maybe some equipment, but as far as like marketing or gaining customers, you're not actually doing any of that. You're just gonna wait a year, 2 years at 1 to 2 trucks and kind of just slowly let the reoccurring side grow. In the beginning, this might be 80% projects, 20% reoccurring. Second year, it might be 50-50, and then finally get into that 70-80% reoccurring. Number 2, we have the blitz strategy. So blitz is essentially, you blitz the market. This costs slightly more as far as an owner's investment perspective, because what you're going to do is you're going to potentially buy, door hangers, or this is door knocking, right? So somebody that wants to get out there and get after it, wants to be really, really eager and, basically go sell your socks off. The downside to this strategy is you spend a lot of time out doing this, right? This is 30,000 door hangers, similar to what I did last year. What I did last year was between 2 and 3. You'll see in a second here. But really just spending a lot of time out there acquiring customers the hard way, right? We have a guy in Augusta who's standing in a neighborhood with a shaker board, right? This is pull over, free estimate in 2 minutes, right? Doing lots of things like that. This is really, really more of a time investment, but you are starting to spend a little bit on marketing materials. The third stage, pay to play. I can spell. Pay to play. So pay to play is like blitz, but on steroids. You get a little bit of money now. You're going to do things like EDDM, Google, Facebook. This is where you're starting to look at $20, $30, $50,000 to start a location. You're still going to be doing things like the blitz, right? And doing door hangers, different things like that. You're potentially paying other people to do door hangers. anything you can do to get your name out in front of other people, but now you're just doing it with extra money, right? So this is really like young, hungry guys, or just at least young in the game. And then this is, once you're going for locations 2, 3, 4, 5, so on, once you have more and more money, this is how you're probably going to be starting them. The fourth and most ideal way, which is what I'm very curious and interested in, and this is what I want to do over the next couple of years, because I think this is really the only way to scale sustainably past 5 locations or so, or let's say more than 10, is to buy biz. So you're just going to start introducing yourself to people in markets, and this might be a numbers game as well. I don't have a ton of data on this yet. I've only just recently started doing this, but introducing myself to people in the area, saying, hey guys, I run a business, or I actually recently just bought out a couple businesses in Charlotte. I'm always down to talk business, I just kind of wanted to introduce myself and get to know you a little bit. You're introducing yourself as that person that buys lawn care businesses in the Charlotte area, or whatever industry you're in. This is definitely going to be the most capital intensive, but you could potentially land 100, 150, 200, 500 customers overnight with this. You're talking about the range of anywhere from $20,000 to $20,000 to $1 million plus to buy a business, right? I would say after maybe 5 to 10 locations, this is probably what you need to be doing, and having some sort of systems and procedures and models such as a franchise like Augusta, where you can just plug and play and you just onboard these customers. You're going to lose maybe 30% of them, but you bring them into your ecosystem and just put a manager in place and set it and forget it. So these are the 4 ways that I know how to grow a business, and what I've currently seen, starting with the cheapest, the no investment ways, all the way down to the heaviest owner investments, all the way up to $1 million. So I hope this helps somebody, managers, owners, kind of learn how to scale, figure out where you're at, figure out how much capital you have, and kind of figure out what you need to do and go from there. Cool, thanks.